For those who don't know, I once accidentally flipped to lesbian. It is common knowledge most girls are a little bit bi. In the prison system, where people turn gay, between 10 to 30% men turn gay, and it takes between 1 to 3 years. In female prison, between 30% to 60% turn gay and take only between 3 to 6 months. Still, I didn't think I'd be one of those guys able to get a lesbian until that day. Getting a hot lesbian might be every guy's dream, but when you manage to get one for real, you soon discover it isn't as clean-cut as you see on television. Firstly, when a lesbian develops feelings for a man, she starts to suffer from serious identity crisis. Despite most girls are actually a little bit bi, it is found lesbians are far less self-aware compared to straight girls. As a result, straight girls are usually more open-minded, while lesbians are usually more close-minded. For example, straight girls with high bisexual tendency are more likely to identify as bisexual, while lesbians with high bisexual tendency are more likely to identify as lesbian. When a straight girl's dormant bisexual tendency got triggered, she viewed this as an extension of her pre-existing identity. When a lesbian's dormant bisexual tendency got triggered, she started to suffer identity crisis and felt a loss of identity. She will be very confused and start asking questions such as, "What is wrong with me?" and "What is happening to me?" That can even cause her to suffer from anxiety and depression. Based on all cases I've seen, I only ever met one queer girl that is open-minded and can treat heterosexuals' attraction as merely an extension of her identity.
Hey, yeah. Listen to me now. I didn't mean to do it, but here we are. Caught your eye across a crowded space. Never thought I'd run this kind of race. You were guarded, keeping walls up high, but a single look in time went by. I moved too fast, I crossed the line, made your heartbeat match with mine. Now you're spinning looking for a sign, wondering if this love is yours or mine. I see the hesitation in your eyes, yeah. You're caught between the truth and all the lies. Take your time, breathe it out, let it go. But there's one thing that you need to know. Sorry that I stole your heart. Yeah, I took it from the very start, but I hope you still wanna be my girl. When the storm clears up in your world, when you're no longer confused, oh, when your heart is ready to choose, I'll be waiting right where we stood. Yeah, I'm sorry that I stole your heart for good. Hey, yeah, yeah, hey, yeah. You need space to clear your mind, I get it. Every word I said, you know I meant it. No pressure, no rush, take a second to breathe. But don't forget the chemistry between you and me. You're questioning the sparks, thinking it's a phase, lost inside a beautiful emotional maze. I took a piece of you, yeah, that's my crime, but I do it all again, time after time. I see the hesitation in your eyes, yeah. You're caught between the truth and all the lies. Take your time, breathe it out, let it go. But there's one thing that you need to know. I'm sorry that I stole your heart. Yeah, I took it from the very start, but I hope you still wanna be my girl. When the storm clears up in your world, when you're no longer confused, oh, when your heart is ready to choose, I'll be waiting right where we stood. Yeah, I'm sorry that I stole your heart for good. I know your mind is running wild today. Are you sure of what you really want to say? But love isn't something you can just erase. So let the doubts fade away. Oh, let them fade away. I'm sorry that I stole your heart. Yeah, I took it from
In addition to suffering from identity crisis, feeling a loss of self, and confusion, and asking what is happening to me, what I've seen is that she will also start experience an internal war going on inside her head. This is similar to the type of internal war we see among woke feminists when saying we know bad boys are bad for us, so why we can't help to be attracted to them. Her prefrontal cortex, that is the rational side of the brain, hate the fuckboy types, thinking these men are mistreating women. But her limbic system, that is in charge of sexual attraction, is drawn to guys like that. What I saw is that it is the exact same story with queer girls whose bisexual tendency got triggered. Her prefrontal cortex, where her queer identity lives, is in total panic mode and screams stop. Ironically, that actually make the lesbian spiral even faster. This is due to the more the prefrontal cortex tries to kill that connection, the limbic system fight back even harder. It is similar to a teenage girl. Her dad doesn't approve of her dating an older boy that she likes, but she won't listen to her dad. The more her dad tries to control her, the more she fight back. The limbic system that is in charge of the attraction is like the teenage girl. The prefrontal cortex is like the dad. The more her prefrontal cortex tries to kill the connection and police her body from it, the more her limbic system fight for it, and the more intense and desperate her limbic system becomes. It is like that girl crushing on the guy her dad doesn't approve of, wanting to try get him to call her back before her dad take away her mobile phone so that she can't talk to him anymore. Sooner or later, either the prefrontal cortex or the limbic system will win. For example, we once saw Kristen Stewart spiral for Robert Pattinson, and when they're close to getting married, her prefrontal cortex sabotaged the relationship via cheating with a married man. That lesbian I flipped by accident. During that period of 3 years, she once sent me over 100 Telegram invite within a month. But I didn't know how to use Telegram during that time. So I just wrote in response, "That is so sweet of you," every time she send me an invite. But as time progressed, I felt that she is getting more and more desperate and intense. But I didn't know anything about lesbian psychology during that time. I didn't even know she is queer. So the intense and desperate vibe she gave scared me, and I start ghosting her. It is only after having 2 crazy experiences with 2 lesbians that I start to research and come across the work of Albert Kinsey and Lisa Diamond that are world leaders in queer psychology. Independent from the pseudoscience of radical left woke culture and the pseudoscience of radical right Abrahamic culture. The third time I flip a lesbian, I know what I am doing. The key is that early onwards, you need to make her aware that she got bisexual tendency. If she is aware that she got bisexual tendency, she won't suffer identity crisis, confusion, or internal war between prefrontal cortex and limbic system.
I've known lights fading in the rearview mirror. I see your silhouette, the image getting clearer. I didn't mean to crash into your quiet space. Just a nomad drifting through a crowded place. But then your eyes met mine, a spark in the dark. Left a mark, yeah, I ignited the spark. Of your favorite song, but I couldn't help it. The gravity pulled my logic, you shattered a sense of all. Baby, I'm just sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. bright eyes. Now the blueprint is broken, the walls are all gone. We're dancing in the shadows until the dawn. I know I'm reckless, I know I'm wrong, changing the rhythm of your favorite song, but I couldn't help it. The gravity pulled all your logic and shattered your senses of dawn. Baby, I'm just sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. Yeah, I'm sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. I'm the chaos in your perfect frame. Now you're never gonna be the same. Sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. I flipped the script, took the map, tore it all to pieces. Your heart be racing, yeah, it never ceases. I know it's selfish, I know it's a crime, but being with you's the only reason for my time. Yeah, I'm the storm, you're the calm, but we collide. Nowhere to run, nowhere left to hide. Baby, I'm just sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. Yeah, I'm sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. I'm the chaos in your perfect frame. Now you're never gonna be the same. Sorry for stealing your heart and turning your world upside down. Turn it around, turn it around. Yeah, sorry, baby. Just look what I've done. Turning your world upside down.
The limbic system is in charge of sexual attraction and sexual orientation. It functions on a subconscious level, so you are not able to control it. The prefrontal cortex is the rational and conscious part of the brain, but it got no control over sexual orientation nor sexual attraction. So queer people saying gay, not choice, this is the scientific proof for it. But it is a double-edged sword, because neurologically speaking, most lesbian think they are 100% queer, but in reality, most are actually queer with high bisexual tendency. They just think they are 100% queer because they not yet met a heterosexual dynamic able to trigger her limbic system yet. According to the work of Dr. Lisa Diamond, that is a lesbian herself, up to 60% of queer women experience heterosexual attraction. And among those that experienced heterosexual attraction, half eventually married the guy that triggered her. But, according to the work of Diamond, most of those queer women experience the same identity crisis when their heterosexual bandwidth got triggered for the first time. In sexual attraction, there are those we can feel 1. Arousing, 2. Doesn't mind, or 3. Grossed out. Most men are grossed out by same-sex attraction, if straight, or grossed out by heterosexual sex, if gay, with a smaller category that doesn't mind, and even smaller category can be aroused by both gender. Women, on the other hand, studies found women getting grossed out are almost non-existing. Most straight girls got low to high bisexual tendency, meaning they don't find sex with lesbian arousing, but they don't mind. So, she can still do it. The second largest category are those straight with high bisexual tendency. To bisexual, these girls prefer male over female, but can be sexually aroused by the same sex. Lesbians are mostly in the category of lesbian with high bisexual tendency. They prefer women over men, but can feel heterosexuals aroused. In neuropsychology, the idea of bisexual doesn't exist, because to be bisexual, you need to have 50-50 interest in men and women. That is medically impossible. And most real-world bisexual still got a gender preference. For example, Megan Fox and Angelina Jolie lean towards men. Kristen Stewart lean towards women. Lesbian with only moderate bisexual tendency to no bisexual tendency are the butch lesbian. So, they either just don't mind heterosexual sex or grossed out by it. But most men are grossed out by the idea of sex with them. So no spark between these two groups anyway. When we are talking about lesbian getting flip, we are talking about lesbian with high bisexual tendency, which ironically is the majority.
I pulled up in that beat-up Chevy Blue, just looking for a cold beer and a view. I didn't come looking to cause any kind of stir, but then you walked in and you were just a blur of summer sunshine and a little bit of trouble. My heart skipped a beat, then it started running double. I said a few things that I maybe shouldn't say, and I took a little piece of you that sunny Saturday. So sorry that I stole your heart. I didn't mean to pull your world apart. I was just a rambling man caught in your gravity, tangled in the magic of your personality. Yeah, I know it's a heavy price for a love so true, but when you sort it all out, baby, when you're through, I hope you still wanna be my girl. Yeah, I hope you still wanna be my girl. Was calling, I had miles to go, but every turn I took felt a little bit too slow. I kept hearing your laugh like a melody in the breeze, bringing a grown man down to his knees. I didn't ask for permission, I just took what I found, like a thief in the night on this lonesome ground. Now I'm sitting here waiting by the front porch light, praying that you'll come back and make it all right. So sorry that I stole your heart. I didn't mean to pull your world apart. I was just a rambling man caught in your gravity, tangled in the magic of your personality. Yeah, I know it's a heavy price for a love so true, but when you sort it all out, baby, when you're through, I hope you still wanna be my girl.
Disclaimer: my specialization is in journalism. Journalists gather information from expert sources and primary sources and report on it. That is what you hear on the news. But in formal newspaper, there are fact checkers that double-check everything to ensure all the information are accurate. This is just YouTube and TikTok here. We don't have the resource. So if you want to be 100% certain, please fact check looking up the theories of Lisa Diamond and Albert Kinsey yourself.